What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. If you're new, I like to react to video game music from games I've never played or heard of. And today I'm going to be doing a birthday request for Bryce. This is also requested by Kenny the Nico. Persona 3. I believe this may be my first time with Persona 3, or one of the few, I can't remember. But Persona's it's a really cool series on this channel, and I discovered them here. And I get a lot of praise for Persona 3. This is the battle for everyone's souls. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The guitar sounds kind of phenomenal, actually. Very full. Nice. Piano's kind of stealing the show, though. Ooh. Okay. We've reached a new stratosphere now. Ooh. The accompanying violin. Where's the bass at? I know it's that little dun-dun, but where is it everywhere else? Ooh, 1, 2, 3. There's been so many energies in such a short amount of time. Like, I've heard like 4 genres already. Oh. The electric guitar gets melodic with the piano. I noticed that. Bum, 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 bum. Damn. I love this kind of like over the phone filter type thing they do. which makes the coming in piano that much more resounding. Dude, Persona's freaking sick. This is already a classic to me. I love it. Oh, and then the violin that's gonna come in right now? I forgot about that. Woo! Can you see those? No. Oh. I like that at the end they added a little bit of flair. So it wasn't just a like copy and pasted segment and then they just faded it out. If you heard really closely, the guitar player was like he was playing with his feedback. It was like just hitting the whammy bar. Whoa. Now, one thing that came to mind, well, a lot came to mind, but from what I've been told in the comments section, is that each persona has kind of their own distinct flavor on them. And I kept hearing from multiple people, I could be confusing it with 4? I don't know. But I heard 3 was the one that's like really like kind of hip-hop influenced. And so right off the gate, I was like, wait, is this the one? Because it didn't sound like that. It could have just been the song. But there was groove. But not only was there groove, but there was like heavy metal with it. So it was like groove metal. But not the genre of groove metal, if that makes any sense. But speaking of metal, the guitars were really, really well EQ'd. They were mixed really well. They weren't too thin, they weren't too bassy. They were just kind of like a nice crunchy distortion tone where you can hear the clarity of them and it doesn't sound like overbearing. But what was really cool about that is that we had all these little layers to go with it. So we had parts that were heavy, parts that were melodic with the piano, and then the drums were like really lively. So it just had this crazy. It sounded kind of live, like a live session type of thing, and I love that a lot. I've said this before. Nothing sounds like Persona music to me. It's pretty unique, and it's always a treat when it comes onto the channel because it sticks out like a sore thumb, dude. Like, it's such a bold OST, regardless of which one that I've checked out. And I love it because for a music fan like me, who likes all genres, or anyone that likes all genres, I think there's something to take away in any Persona. And I've still yet to see the game or play the game, but it's just the attention to detail of the music is kind of staggering, to be honest. I also like how they play around with filters and stuff, like in the middle where everything kind of drops and all the bass and treble pretty much goes down and it's just mids going through. That's why it sounds kind of like it's like over the phone type of thing. But that shows just how clear the actual instruments are, because when the piano comes in the midst of that, it's like, boom, you know, it kind of hits you. Like that piano is like crystal clear, and I love it. The vocal part, I wasn't expecting because I don't know if all their songs have vocals or not. I don't know if some of them are instrumental. This one started as instrumental for a long time. So I was like, oh, okay. And then the beautiful, like, operatic, you know, melody was going on. And that was kind of, that took me back. Because that reminds me of my favorite composer, Ennio Morricone, who I've talked about multiple times. He's composed all the music for, like, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, all those Western movies, and they have those operatic things. I love that stuff with a passion. But then when the violin came in, at that moment, I knew that this is going to be like a classic on this channel. Whether it has 5 views or 5 million views, like I love this song. It sticks out. if you stick out, you're golden in my eyes. And that's kind of hard to do. You know what I mean? Put yourself in my position. I've done many of these, and I'm going to do many more. And I kind of do it all the time now. So there's a point where stuff starts to kind of just blend together, for lack of a better word. But this I'll remember. You know, I'll remember the battle for everyone's souls, which is also a great name, by the way. But nothing in this world is perfect, believe it or not, except Mexican food. The one thing that I found kind of weird, maybe it was this mix, but the bass. The bass, which is something I give so much praise for in Persona, was kind of absent. It was there, otherwise it would sound completely tinny, but it was there. But the only times I really like paid attention to it, where it was just kind of going duh-duh, and I only heard it because it was kind of distorted. It wasn't like a clean bass signal. So I don't know if that was some artistic choice or not, and I'm not gonna like fault it, but it was odd, and it, you know, especially that song, that would have sounded way better than it already is, with just a little more oomph, in my opinion. But disregarding that, the song was almost nearly perfect to me. It kind of had everything I like. So it had grooves, it had metal, it had piano, it had the opera stuff, the violin. The grooves went faster, they went slower, they had the EQ stuff. This is pretty much a recipe for success. And I love it. It's already stuck in my head. First time listening to it and it gets stuck in your head, you know that's a good sign already, you know? For some people, they may not notice it, but they'll like a song after a couple of listens or like an acquired taste. But the ones that just glue into your head immediately, those are the ones you're going to remember for your life. And that's this one. So a big thank you to Bryce and Kenny the Nico for requesting this. With that said, if you want to make your own requests and potentially change my life like they just did, you can request on Patreon or PayPal. Either are cool, but they are not necessary to do. They will just guarantee that I will check out your song. And just make sure it's a VGM, please. That's all I ask. And a big shout out to the Platinum Trophy supporters, the people that don't have to wait. That is Jackie, the BRM, Fly, and ZenReacts. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to all my other supporters. Feel free to join the Discord if you want. It is right above my head. And that's it. Persona rules, and I have a lot more Persona coming. A lot. And if you're watching this week, then expect a lot this week. So that's always good for everybody. My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I will see you dudes and dudettes later.